It's another beautiful day. It's another wonderful episode on ULAFF Today. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm pretty sure you are also glad to see me. I want to say thank you so much for always being a part of this program on every weekday. I love you guys so much. Okay, before we do anything serious today, we're going to do a special shout out to a set of people I love and cherish so much. I'm talking about the real ambassadors of this country, those who talk and act without being sentimental, whether when it comes to religion, political, or ethnic differences. They say things the way they are. Have you met some Nigerians that when they are arguing, it's either they are leaning on a side of religion, like, okay, because I'm a Christian, no, there's nothing a Muslim guy can do, right? Because I'm Yoruba, this Igbo guy does not have swag, he can't deliver. Oh, because I belong to APC, you know, this PDP guy, he has something, he has a touch in his head, or this SDP guy has something that is not working for him. I just believe as Nigerians, we should appreciate our differences. You should be able to come to a meeting point where you don't have to lean on any side. You just have to be neutral for the betterment of this country. Because what matters at the end of the day is a better Nigeria. It's a better country where everything is working for us and everything is giving us results. All right, don't forget today on the show, we're going to be having our guest feature that is going to blow your mind. The news is coming. You know, those things that happen around the country, around the globe. We're going to be bringing everything to your view today. And also, before we call it a wrap on the show, we're going to be dropping the word on marble, those deep, inspiring words that are out of this world. So we have so much put together for your enjoyment today on the program. All you need to do is simple. Just make sure nobody takes you away from your seat. Just sit back, relax yourself. If you're sitting on a wooden chair, make sure you move to a cushion chair so that you can have enough swag, because I don't want you to miss any beat on this program. It's going to be so loud, it's going to be full of fun. So do me a favor, just call someone to join you, because it's very, very stingy, and in fact, it's very, very greedy. I will only just sit down and enjoy every part of this program. It's not nice. You know, we roll. Okay. So just after the break, I'll be right back, and we're going to do so much. It's going to be a long ride, and we're going to have fun. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and here is the news. First, the headline. Kemi Adeosun resigns as finance minister. Osun Lawmaker reportedly caught beating in public. Jide Sanwo-Olu declares his ambition to vie for governorship in Lagos State under the umbrella of APC. Kwamwan threatens to sue anybody who uses a song to campaign for Saraki's presidential ambition. Now the news in full. Nigeria's 23rd Finance Minister Kemi Adeosun has resigned over allegations of a forged NYSC exemption certificate. For the first 34 years of her life, she came to Nigeria on visit, and at the 34th year, she got a Nigerian passport, having to work with a government parastatal. She worked under the Ogun State government as the Commissioner for Finance, and also worked with the federal government as the Minister for Finance from 2015 to 2018. According to her, getting back to the country, the only way she could work with the federal government was to get an exemption certificate. And close allies advised her that all she needed to do was to get one from the NYSC. Unknown to her, the certificate they got for her was very fake, like totally fake. It is called Oluwole. For those that know, they know. If you know, you know already. And she actually tendered her apology to the federal government for this case, and she thanked government for the privilege to serve at such an office. She has been replaced by Zainab Ahmed, and everybody is beginning to complain and imagine what happened. How did she do it? A woman minister for finance. And a lot of tables are being shaken recently because of this development, and everyone is calling out public office holder that operation tender your certificate. Let us know, is your certificate from Oluwole or it is a very genuine. But come to think of it, who did the screening at the state level? Because for someone to be a commissioner for finance for how many years? Nobody noticed anything. She became a minister for finance. She went to the DSS screening, House of Assembly, everybody screening. Nobody. So should we say the screening they do is just for the camera, or just for the fun of it? Because how you screen a certificate is like getting a job now. Somebody screened your YX certificate, screened everything, you got the job, and probably you are at the top of your career. Somebody now come and say it's fake. What is fake? You better give me a salary and let me go to my house. But anyway, our thoughts are with her. We want to say, madam, don't worry, you have tried your best. And it's very honorable for you to resign like that. Very honorable, no quarrel, no fight. And you've written your name in the good records of this country. And we know your hand is clean. You didn't know anything about it. Auntie, don't worry. The majority leader of the Osun State House of Assembly, Mr. Timothy Oweye, has been allegedly caught beating in public in the Osun-Jala area of Osogbo, the state capital. According to the report that was sent to newsmen, the lawmaker was found in the middle of the night taking his bath with blood, though it could not be ascertained if it was human blood or animal blood. The youth who caught him, they made sure he was beaten and his clothes taken from him. He had to negotiate with the youth and they gave his clothing back to him under the promise that he would give them something back in return. Unfortunately, the man has reported to the police and the police has arrested everybody there. They arrested so many people. Presently, as we're talking, the majority leader of the Osun State House of Assembly, Mr. Timothy Oweye, has been allegedly caught taking his beat in public in the Osun-Jala area of Osogbo, Osun State capital. According to the youths that caught him, they said he was taking his beat with blood. We could not ascertain if it was human blood or animal blood, like blood. It was a blood bath. Okay, and they told him to surrender his clothes. They made sure they beat him. And according to them, he promised them very mouth-watering things which made them release his personal belongings back to him. After the incident, the legislator had to go to the police to report the case. The police stormed the area and they made sure they arrested as many people as possible. The suspects have been arraigned in court as we're talking, and now everybody's beginning to wonder, did it happen? Did it not happen? What actually will make a grown-up man to be said, taking his bait in public? Well, the police have reacted. The police said it was only a victim of fraudsters. Victim of, I like the police. They are very wonderful. They have a way of painting things and they make it look nice. Our Nigerian police, they are very hardworking. Instead, it was a victim of fraudsters who only wanted to blackmail him. They posed as herbalists, telling him to take his bait at certain time with certain thing, and they were hiding in the corner. And when he was taking the bait, they just took his pictures, rushed him. Do you like that movie? A very interesting movie. Like, imagine somebody just saying, okay, you know what? I'm coming to you in the name of a herbalist. This is what you need to do for you to, stay in power, be relevant. And, and when he was taking the bait, he just came out, began, action, piam. And before you know, said, okay, give us money. Look at the story, for God's sake. Please tell me, is this an adventure movie, an action movie, a horror movie, or it's a comic movie? Alright, so moving on from that news, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu is the main contender with the incumbent governor of Lagos, Akinwumi Ambode, has officially declared his intention to vie for the governorship ticket of the state under the umbrella of the All Progressive Congress, APC, in the year 2019. Wow, according to Sanwo-Olu, who happens to be a former commissioner in the states between the year 2007 and 2015, he said he's going to consolidate on the achievements of the builders of the modern Lagos if elected. Sanwo-Olu has started a debate and he has the backing of the local government chairman, 57 of them, and also has the backing of the national party leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's going to be a fierce fight because the PDP have thrown it open to Akinwumi Ambode that he's free to come, you are free to jump ship, you are free to port. Yes. So what's going to happen? Is Akinwumi Ambode going to port to the PDP? Is Sanwo-Olu going to be the next governor of Lagos State? Is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu going to have his way this time around? What's going to happen after first term in office for Ambode? What's going to happen in the second time? There's more to watch in the Lagos State election because it's going to be a full drama and it's going to be a season movie. Moving on from that news now. Fuji music star King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, popularly known as Kwamwan, has threatened to sue anybody that tries to use a song to campaign for Dr. Bukola Saraki, the Senate President of Nigeria, ahead of his presidential ambition in 2019. The video of Kwamwan was released online by Daily Momodu and Eswa Publisher and a host of other people, where he was singing for Saraki in the year 2015, singing his praises that he was going to be the next president of Nigeria. That's why I like Kwamwan. Kwamwan is a very, very serious hustler. If you are very conversant with Kwamwan, you understand those kind of music he does. Something like, oh my, the president, Saraki, Kwamwan has collected the money and now he's para. Bros, don't vex. You sang the song. And then, at least now you've not come out to say, I didn't sing it. You accepted it was a song, but now the only fight is, okay, they can just help you edit the Saraki and change it to Buhari. Anyways, Kwamwan, who actually happens to be a very strong supporter of President Buhari, has come out to say that he's a supporter and nothing will change it to 2023. He's a card-carrying member of the APC, and anybody who tries to use this song will make sure he meets us in court. Kwamwan, you know what? Keep singing. keep making money. But that one you understand, it cannot be taken back. You know, anything that drops out from the mouth of a man is like an egg. Once you break it, there's nothing you can do about it. The president, not me talk society, we become president before that become Willie person now. That's what we have on the news today. And here's a quick recap of the headline. Kemi Adeosun resigns as finance minister. Osun legislator allegedly having his bid in public. Jide Sanwo-Olu declares his intention to vie for governorship ticket in Lagos State. Kwamwan threatens to sue anyone who uses a song to campaign for Saraki ahead of 2019 presidential election. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still ULAFF Today, and I'm pretty sure you guys are having a great time on the program today. Okay, I have a guest, somebody you'll be so glad to meet today on the show. I'm talking about someone who is an entrepreneur, a writer. She sits on the board of international organizations. She's an advocate for women in distress. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Mrs. Mercy Makinde. Good to have you here, man.
Thank you.
Wow. It's such a great privilege to have you on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Wow, because a lot of people, my viewers, I always tell them, I know influential people. They're like, no, I lie. You know what I'm saying? But at least today now, I've proved them wrong. I'm so glad to have you. So let's meet you, man.
Okay, like you said already, my name is Mercy Makinde, and I'm an entrepreneur, but most importantly, I'm an advocate for women and children. So I work basically for the empowerment and the development of women and the girl child.
Oh, wow, the women and the girl child. And I think this is actually a very big aspect of the society. And a lot of people believe women and children are being marginalized. So how do Nigerians appreciate this message?
Basically, when you talk about empowering women, so they begin to think that you're fighting men, or you're one of those that is preaching against women being submissive to their husbands, or you're talking about women fighting back. But that is not what it's about. It's totally different. When you say you're empowering women or helping women to develop, we're helping women to become a better version of themselves. So if that woman is just a girl, you're making her a better girl. If she's a mother, a better mother, a better sister, a better auntie, a better person in society. That's basically what women empowerment is all about. Not fighting the men or fighting for anything.
Because most times the masculine gender tend to get it wrong when they hear about, a woman support group, like, okay, are you trying to fight for your rights?
Exactly, or fighting the men.
Oh, wow. So now there's this cliche of feminism that is all over social media nowadays. Is it in any way related to advocating for women's rights? I
always tell people it depends on what your definition of feminism is all about, because I see that the definition for feminism has really been thwarted by a lot of people. So if your feminism means women asking or advocating for equal opportunities, then yes, I'm working for feminism. But if your definition of feminism means fighting men or fighting whoever, then it's not. That's not what it is for me.
To that school of
no.
Oh, wow.
Because I now see that feminism has different definitions for different people. But the original definition is anybody. So a man can be a feminist.
Oh, wow.
Yes, if a man is fighting for equal opportunity for women, that man is a feminist.
Wow.
Yeah.
So actually, in case you're a bro out there, you're a man, you're a gentleman out there and you're a feminist, don't let people look at you as if what you're doing is odd. You can actually be doing the right thing. Yeah. Okay, so you have an NGO that you run. And I understand that running an NGO, mostly your funding comes from individuals, support groups, and sometimes you even use your own personal cash to run a lot of things.
So in my own case, I've been using my personal funds, yes, to run basically, just a few cases we have crowdfunding from people from Facebook for just one project, the one called Feed Ajegunle. So during Christmas, we take food to women and children in Ajegunle, but not packed cooked food. We take raw food, rice. We give them everything to make a Christmas meal on Christmas Day. So we go a day or 2 days before Christmas. So that's just about the only thing that we have gotten support.
Most times it's just your personal.
Yes, and from my women in the organization.
So, and do you think it's actually encouraging?
It's not encouraging, because a lot of projects, like as I sit down here, I have 1 million projects in my head, 1 million things I can do to impact life, but I don't have the funds.
Wow.
So it's really, really challenging. So we're hoping that sometime corporate organizations would support the government, but it's sad that in our society, the corporate organizations would rather support non-value adding things, like I don't want to mention names, but we all know what I'm talking about.
Like the shapu contest.
People things that promote immorality, rather than things that will add value to people's life. Anything entertainment, they'll rather go that way. But when you, bring projects that would add value to people's life, change people's life,
we'll think about it.
Come back, So I just do what I can.
Within your own
within my means. So, one woman at a time, one child at a time. I might not be able to save 1,000 women in one day, but if it's one person that can impact at a time, that's good enough for me.
Wow. Okay, in case you're just joining us, I have Mrs. Mercy Makinde, an advocate for women and children, an entrepreneur, among other things. So now, I know there are a lot of times you have risen up to defend the rights of women, probably women who have been abused by husbands, by family. Now, has there been a situation where you have those kind of things getting, let me say, like backfire? Those kind of things backfire at you?
Yeah, it usually happens.
Like
even from the victim. So sometimes somebody comes crying to you, my husband is beating me, this, that, and then you take up the case, you're going to DSVRC, the Lagos State arm that handles it, you get a lawyer, and then maybe the family now put pressure on her, and then she comes to deny.
It's not beating
me. And then the family is like, you, I know you are trying to use this woman to shine. You're trying to use her to publicize your NGO. We did not beat her. Nothing happened to her. So, and then you're just looking like... And the same thing with children. There's a lot of sexual abuse now. Lots of fathers are sleeping with their children, and the mothers are aware and they are covering up. So you have a child crying out for help, but the mother comes and says, no, my husband did not do this. You're the one forcing my child to lie. I'm like, I have 6 children in my house already, so I don't need your own to add to my own. So why would I want to lie?
I have my own husband.
Exactly, So, all kinds of things, and then you now begin to look like the bad person. But that won't stop us from doing the work. We'll just keep going.
Wow. So if you can give it numbers, like how many cases, can you actually count how many cases of women you've risen up to defend?
I can't count.
Numerous.
A lot of them. And then some of them, we don't go as far as going to the court or going to the police. Okay. Some of them is just one-on-one mentoring. Because, you can't really force a woman to leave her home.
No, it's very sensitive.
Yes, it's a sensitive issue. So you just advise, you just talk. You talk to them and mentor them and let them know the do's, the pros and the cons of staying in an abusive relationship. So it's up to them to make up their minds.
Because I feel it's very, very sensitive when you are trying to interfere in a family setting. You were not the one who put the family together in the first place, and now you're trying to do a job. You're trying to settle an issue. So most times you are caught in between.
Exactly.
Wow.
Putting asunder a family that you're not put together.
That's very
And that's why I always tell them, I'm not going to tell you to leave, but I'm only going to tell you the dangers of staying in an abusive relationship.
So now it's
up to you to decide. Yes. So we have, on a daily basis, we have them. People are talking to.
Wow. Yeah. So your group, that's the NGO. What's the NGO called?
The Amazing Amazon Women Empowerment Initiative.
Amazing Amazon Empowerment Initiative. And you have members
all over
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mrs. Makinde, and I'll be right back after this break. We're still going to talk more. And for those of you who are just joining us, don't go anywhere because she has so much to unleash on the program today. It's still ULAFF Today. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. It's still ULAFF Today, and I have Mrs. Mercy Makinde with me, the founder of the Amazing Amazon Initiative. Okay, ma'am. Now there's this cliche of women are the enemies of women. How true do you believe in that?
I guess that is born out of the fact that a lot of things that happen to women, a lot of our bad cultures that negatively impact or affect women are actually carried out by women. So for example, the widowhood right. You know the story of when the man dies, the woman in the village will have to scrape her hair, drink
the water from the cups.
Drink the water from the cup. All those things are done by women.
They oversee the whole process.
It's handled by the women. So that's why people always say that the enemy of the woman is the woman herself. And all kinds of things. Apart from that, when you get married, it's your mother-in-law that will be the antagonist in the family.
Still a woman.
Still a woman. You have a female boss that says she's mean and all that. And that is basically because we know ourselves. So we understand ourselves. It's just for us to come to a meeting point. So I tell people, it's what you believe that will work for you. If you believe that the woman will be your enemy, she will be your enemy. But if you believe that I'm going to change that narrative, and that's what Amazing Amazon is basically about. We're here to learn, relearn, and learn all the things that we have heard in the past. Because I was
about getting into that. You needing to bring a lot of women.
Yes, we need to change our orientation. So we talk about synergy, we talk about collaboration, we talk about partnership. For me personally, a lot of my successes, I can credit them to women. A lot of women have helped me and are still helping me, and I know they will still help me. So I'm not in that school of thought that believe that a woman is my enemy. I don't believe any woman is my enemy.
Well, I want to believe you have a lot of synergy with other women, because that was evident in your listing in the 100 most inspiring women in the year 2017.
Exactly.
So
A woman nominated me for that.
So how did you feel making that list?
Oh, I felt good. I mean, I first of all, I didn't know there was anything like that. 100 most inspiring women in Nigeria. And when I got the mail to send my picture, they didn't tell me, oh, we are putting you in 100. They said, we're going to be invited for something. You know, it wasn't clear. So I just woke up one morning on Instagram. I just saw 100 most influential women, most inspiring women. I'm like, how? From where to where? You know, so it was good. I'm like, okay. So I'm not doing it for the applause, but if it comes, fine, you know. I felt good. I felt at least people are getting at the impact of what we're doing.
All right, so now talking about your projects now, what major projects are you looking at in the nearest future? I'm talking about I know you have a lot of them, but what major ones are?
So for me, what is quite close to my heart right now, which is ongoing, is our flagship project for the Amazing Amazon Initiative, which is the Touch Me Not campaign. So we go to schools, and that's for everybody listening now. If you're a parent, insist that your school should have the Amazing Amazon. Come to talk to your children about how to protect themselves from child sexual abuse. And if you're a school proprietress or proprietor, please invite us. So what the program basically is about is we teach your children how to fight back if anybody is trying to sexually molest them. Because these children, the younger they are, the most vulnerable they are. Sure. So some of them are told that, oh, your father has to be the one to disvirgin you. Your father has to be the one to touch you. Wow. So we have a lot of fathers sleeping with their children. The children don't even know it's wrong. It's when we go to the school and we talk to them, we're like, but it's my father. But it's my uncle. It's okay for my uncle to touch my vagina. I'm like, no, it's not okay. So out of their innocence and their vulnerability, a lot of people have taken advantage of these children. And then they grow up to be sex maniac and all kinds of irresponsible people out there. You won't understand how bad this is in our society until you go out there and talk to these children. So even your child in your house has probably been raped by several people, and they don't come out to tell the parents because they're so scared. But when they see us, they're happy to confide in us. And the work has, I mean, it's not only in Lagos we do it nationwide. And the results, from the statistics that we got from work last year, like half of the children we spoke to were abused, if not more than half. In this country. It was shocking.
In this same Nigeria.
In this same Nigeria. Like when we started, I thought when I go to a class of 80, 100 children, maybe 10 or 20 will be the abused ones. But the reverse was the case. Wow. When we go to a class of about 100 children, we see that 80 has had a sexual encounter.
For children.
I'm talking about children, 5-year-olds and above.
Wow.
Yes. Some of them are already masturbating and already touching themselves. So that is the one that is top most on my mind. Like, we must go to more schools, reach out to more children, teach them how to fight back, how to speak up. And tell, because the thing that makes abuse thrive is silence. Whether it's domestic abuse or sexual abuse, it's silence. You keep quiet about it. They continue. I'm sure most of you saw the video that went viral some time ago about a man having a girl a little girl put her mouth on his private part. And the child was doing it innocently. That child would never tell her mom, that while you were away, uncle did this to me. Because they would buy ice cream, buy pizza, and tell her not to talk. But when they see us, they talk to us. So that's why we need to reach more children. Wow. So
from your experience dealing with children, especially on this kind of project, have you ever had any reason to get into the family setting? Like, okay, this child has reported a case of abuse. Mm-hmm. Now we need to go into the family.
Oh yeah, so in Lagos State, we have the DSVR, the Domestic and Sexual Violence Response Team, and then we have the Lagos State Child Protection Agency. So when we have very terrible cases, I mean, where a 10-year-old girl is telling my dad has been having sex with me since I was 4, we have to run to them. I mean, that's a state government case. It's not like he was touching me indecently. This one is actually having sex.
He was committing the crime.
Yeah, so we go to Lagos State. But the sad part is that by the time we now call the moms, they deny. Wow. And there's little or nothing we can do at that point. So every time...
I can picture the Yoruba women very well. Yoruba women have drama.
They will be screaming. My child did not say that. You're the one forcing my child to say
my God will judge you.
Exactly, you know. So those are the challenges we have every time we go into the family. But when it's like my teacher, that one is very easy. The school authority will sack the teacher, the parents will come and all
that. That one will go to Kirikiri very fast.
If it's my neighbor, my uncle, when we tell the parents,
they will take it
up. They'll take it up immediately. But once it's my father, the mothers.
So that means there's a lot of sentiment that comes in.
Yes, because they don't want to lose their marriage. They don't want to lose their home. That's more important to them than the mental health of their children.
Wow, that's cool. All right, so thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
It's like this segment should not end because I've learned so much, and I'm pretty sure my viewers at home have learned so much, and a lot of people will want to connect with your project because what you are doing is a very, very sensitive part of the society. Because I believe a lot of children on the streets today, a lot of people doing some bad vices. People find it easy to judge them, not knowing they don't know the background of where they've been coming from. All right, so for those that want to connect with you on social media, very soon we're going to give out your handle. No, but there's a segment on the show we call Crack a Nut anyway, and it's nothing very, very serious. It's just a time to loosen up anyway. It's just a very small proverb, and you're going to finish it for me. Now it goes like this: half a truth is dash. Half a truth is dash.
It's the same thing as a lie.
Okay, well, you are very close. Half a truth is a whole lie. All right, so for those that want to connect with you on social media, how can they connect with you?
Yeah, on Facebook, I'm Mercy Makinde, my first name and my last name. And on Instagram, I am Mercy I Aspire. I aspire. Yeah.
Mercy I Aspire. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, connect with us on social media. And for those that want to have that campaign in your school, very, very important, because it's not about giving those children the formal education. The education in school, but imagine having, morals, very important. In fact, most of those children are not performing well in the academics because they have a lot of emotional stuff to deal with, a lot of emotional baggage. So connect with her, let those campaigns come to your family, let it come to your churches, let it come to your schools, and let's have a better nation. Thanks so much for being a part of this segment. I'll be right back after this break because we have so much more to deal on the program. It's still ULAFF Today, and don't go nowhere. Welcome back. Hope you had a great time with Mrs. Mercy Makinde of the amazing Amazon. Wow. That was deep. Imagine a father sleeping with his daughter. Ew! In fact, if I were to be the judge, I would just roll the rock on your head. Like, that's the best way. Or just throw you, tie a stone to your neck, then push you to the deepest part of the ocean. That's very crazy. Okay, before we call it a wrap on the show today, the segment we call the Word on Marble, where we drop those deep, inspiring words. So the Word on Marble for today is this, very simple and direct. No one is a lesser human than he who thinks of others as such. No one is a lesser human than he who thinks of others as such. Anybody who looks at a fellow human being as a lesser human, that's actually the lesser. In fact, if there's anything like lessest, I would like to call it the lessest, but let's just leave it at lesser human. You don't need to look down on anybody because that person you are looking at that looks like a nobody today, tomorrow you will all blow. And before you start fancying, he was my friend, he was my guy, forget, he has blown, he has left your level. Alright, so that's all on the show today. Don't forget to join us on our social media platforms. On YouTube, you can always watch all episodes of this program on YouTube at ULAFF TV, ULAFF TV. You see the handle running on your screen. Instagram, Twitter, the handle already, it's already running on your screen, ULAFF TV. And also, you can follow me on social media at No Trespass, NOTRESPAZZ. But don't forget, my mommy and daddy, they call me Shegun Akinola. No Trespass is my stage name. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay blessed and be good. Bye-bye.